Hey everyone, this video is for setting up the Bomar horizontal saw to cut your material. So when you get to the machine, you're going to want to first check that the lever for the feed ram is towards the motor, meaning that it's closed. You can go ahead and lift, listening for the click, the head up so that you can put your you'll be able to put your material in. If you are going to change the angle of your cut, you're going to go ahead and bring the head down to about an inch or so, inch to half inch of the table. You're going to lock the lever over and you're going to loosen the sliding blade guide out so that you can take your square, place it on the table. You're going to loosen the lock for the swivel of the head, and you're going to check that you are at the desired cut that you want to be at. And in this case, we're just checking that we're 90 degrees, and we like that. And you're going to go ahead and pull towards you to lock the head. You don't have to tighten it too much, snug is snug. And then you'll slide your blade guide back in. Lock that. Now we'll go ahead and lift the head back up and place our piece of material in to the vise. And in this case, we're just going to cut about an inch off, and we'll slide or crank the course adjusting wheel of the vise in to just kiss the material and then barely back off. Now we'll take the fine adjustment lever and tighten that. A quick note about that, if the course adjustment is too loose and the fine adjustment lever gets past 90, it will loosen again so that you can slide your material. So make sure that you're in enough that this lever does not go past 90. So our material is now in. We're going to drop the head back down to check that our cut is where we indeed want it, and we're going to stop it before it touches the material as to not damage the band. Next, we're going to recheck the guide that we're as close as possible to our material without touching. And that's this here. We want this in as tight to the material as we can get without touching. And then we're going to relock the lever here. So next on our list, we're going to turn out the emergency stop, and that's just a twist. And then we're going to start the machine. We're going to wait for coolant to flow. In this case, these levers are closed. And we'll verify that there is coolant flowing. And next, we're going to cut our part. So feed rate of this is 50% on the lever, plus or minus, depending on what material you're cutting. So you're just going to drop it down, you're going to listen for the cut, and then you can let the saw do its thing. It'll cut through and then turn off automatically. And the part is cut, the saw turns off automatically. We can remove our part. If you're cutting multiple parts, you can just lay them on the table to return the coolant to the tank as to not waste it. To remove your part, you'll close the lever on the adjusting ram. You'll slightly lift the head, and then you can unclamp, let the coolant drain out of whatever material you're cutting, and then When you're finished cutting material, if you're cutting angles, return the saw to 90 degrees to the table and leave it in the down position with the ram closed.